This is a big weekend for MLB regular season closeout. This is the last chance for several teams to prove their worth to be in it. Now, I want to break down a couple of these series because one of the which I'm surprised we even got here given how hot they were the entire season. The Detroit Tigers, the ones, the aforementioned, the leaders of the AL Central for the entire year until 15 seconds ago when Cleveland took over. They are in the third spot for the wild card in the AL. Now, that's not such a bad thing, but when you put it up against the fact that they are playing the Red Sox, who are in second place in the wild card, Boston still hasn't secured their spot to the playoff yet. They need to win. And then, oh, by the by, the team right behind Detroit in fourth, the Houston Astros, who were dethroned by the Mariners earlier this week, they are fighting for their playoff lives. And then they are playing the Angels. Now, the Angels can't play, spoiler, they've done it before. They have this weird thing where they like to play in the big moments and they like to crash in the little ones. So maybe they respond well and beat Houston, but Detroit's got to win this series against Boston. And now it's not all over for Detroit to win the AL Central. They're tied with Cleveland right now, but Cleveland's playing the Rangers. Now the Rangers may come out and say our season's done, but this is our World Series. Let's try to dethrone Cleveland from making the playoffs. So we'll see what happens there. The Blue Jays and Yankees tied for first place in the AL East. Blue Jays obviously hold that tiebreaker. Cleveland holds a tiebreaker with Detroit as well. But Yankees, Blue Jays, what's going to happen there? The Yankees have a 3-game set against Baltimore. Blue Jays have a 3-game set against the Rays. So neither one of them are playing powerhouses. Baltimore's been playing hotter of lately. We'll see how they respond to the call to beat the Yankees. And Tampa's Tampa. So, you never know what's going to happen there. Um, in the NL, you have the Cubs after today's slaughtering over St. Louis. Their magic number is down to 1. So all it takes is for the Padres to lose tonight, and the Cubs clinch home field for that wild card series against San Diego next week. And speaking of San Diego, they've got a big 3-game set against Arizona. Now, Arizona's not out of it either. They're 2 games out of the last wild card, 2 behind the Mets, and can still probably have possibility to actually get into the playoffs to sneak in here. Um, uh, Milwaukee's probably going to walk away with a top record. They're playing Cincinnati. I don't know what Cincinnati's going to do. Cincinnati, I believe, still has a chance, but we'll see what happens there. It is Milwaukee, though. They seem to win no matter what the circumstance is. But big weekend here. Big, huge weekend for the Major League Baseball for the postseason picture. We'll see what happens. Are the Mets actually going to make the playoffs? I don't know. They're playing the Marlins this weekend, so maybe they will. Miami's they're another team like the Angels who just rise in the big moments and just crash in the little ones. So maybe Miami sees the Mets as their World Series and wants to crash their party and cause them to not be in it this year, which would just be a huge, colossal medding by the Mets. Huge, huge, huge medding there. And then you could put Detroit in that category too, especially if they don't make it. My goodness. But big weekend. Stay tuned. I'm definitely going to be giving updates every single day until the end of the season, which is on Sunday, of course, and then giving my initial reactions to what the first week of baseball, playoff baseball, is going to look like. So stay tuned. Have fun this weekend. Stay safe, and talk to you later.